Hi everybody, thanks for clicking Treats TV with Chan, and I'm your host Chan. So I'm sitting here tonight, it's Tuesday night, I'm coming down off my BET Awards high, I have to say that. I'm pinning up my hair, so I stopped. I said, let me give them this while I'm in that place. I'm a little hoarse and things like that. So the BET Awards really got me this year. I'm in here with my two daughters. I have an 18-year-old and a 3-year-old, but we were all in here watching it. I was screaming, she was screaming. My little 3-year-old is in the floor trying to, dance with her sister. And I really was like, wow, hip hop does transcend so much, and it does bring so much together. And no matter what people feel about it, they don't understand it. They can't hear, what the people are saying. This BET Award show had everything. And that I was very happy. I've watched all the other shows, but somewhere something's lacking. When I say they incorporated everything this time, they brought it was, like I said, my 3-year-old, my 18-year-old, and then myself, who is now 42, were in the house. All of us were happy to see certain people or certain parts of the show, and that's a good show. If you missed it, just go on to bet.com, and I'm sure you can find it. I don't do links or anything like that, and I normally don't do any media talk. Entertainment talk and celebrity talk. But I was very happy to say that BET was starting to give me and then they have shows on Centric. I'm not one of those. I don't have to watch only Martin, and I don't have to watch, what's happening. Like, I don't do that. When I was coming up, I did watch Family Ties. It just is what it is. However, I still know what rang in my ear. I still know, we always knew, our generation, how to walk both those lines. So I always, liked certain music, Phil Collins and this one and that one, but I remember learning Planet Rock. I remember the dances to Planet Rock. I remember doing the Smurf. I remember my name being Smurfette. Like, that was all over your notebook. It was certain things. I remember the first time I found out what station played hip-hop, and I called, I asked, or maybe I called across the street to my girlfriend / cousin, because that's how everybody always knew us in the hood, Denise, and I was asking her what stations, is here, like, what do you listen to? I remember all of that. I remember when the radio was starting to just play a lot of hip hop, or not even a lot, just certain songs were hitting the billboard. There was no way to ignore it. I remember the movies that were out, Crush Groove and all of that, and they were all hip hop centered. And that's what you have to, no matter what people want to say, it goes through generations that it's still here. It is language. We have our own language. We have our own style of dress. We have our own music. It's our music, no matter what anyone else wants to say, and everybody's welcome. Like, that's what we do. Everything with hip hop is all love. We have some misogynistic ways a little bit, but that's still kind of centered around love. And I was just happy. They had old school. They had Dougie Fresh. Crazy, because you have me maybe wanting to sing Lottie Dottie, because I remember when I learned that. I remember when they had DMX on one time, I went crazy. Eric B. and Rakim. I remember when I first learned Paid in Full. Like, I know that one. I could recite that one without anything. And I remember feeling proud of myself. And we didn't have the body language with it, too. It was just a nice tune. Later generation, developed the body language. So in any case, they have Dougie Fresh pay a tribute to Dougie Fresh. And then Dougie Fresh pays a tribute to his moms, which was crazy. And then he still brought it back around full circle to finish his speech. And then Snoop Dogg, so that's two old generations, removed from y'all, which I might not know, that get on stage and do a song, do Lottie Dottie together. It was just crazy. You got Remy Ma, who just came home. I love Remy Ma, with her husband Papoose, and I'm sitting there like, if Remy Ma just came home, for whatever reasons, how thorough does her husband have to be? Like, and they got their own handshake. It was beautiful. We have our own languages. They did a crazy handshake. 2 out of 2 came 4. Like, it was beautiful to see. The ciphers, oh my goodness, David Banner. I love me a Mississippi boy. David Banner did his thing. And the reason that I say he did his thing is because we can be all things, people. And if hip hop hasn't shown you anything else, it shows you that you can go to school and have degrees. You can have tats all over your face and be a millionaire. You can be your own brand. You can fight for your own causes, because he's fighting for his cause. He's from Mississippi. He comes out one way. He changes up his whole lifestyle. He goes into acting. He gets more parts than a little bit. And then he comes back because this is what he loves. And he starts to rap and educate. Because when we were coming up, there was a conscious rap. You had Tribe Called Quest. You had there was so many conscious rappers. KRS-One. There were so many conscious rappers. Common is a conscious rapper. Kanye used to be a conscious rapper. I'm gonna get back to that. But in any case, David Banner is spitting, as I like to normally say, and he has his bow tie on. He has his book in his hand. He kept it. Oh, he just did everything right. And then at the end, he explained to you what the N word really is supposed to be used for, and how he can be one way but feel like he has to pray this way. I was floored. I was so happy. I enjoyed all ciphers. I enjoyed the first couple of ciphers. Like, I'm a hip-hop woman. So I got to enjoy my entire life of different genres of music, having hip-hop form our lives. And there's nothing wrong with being smart and educated, because Sister Soldier has her degrees and wrote a book, but she started out rapping. She was a conscious rapper. There's nothing wrong with all of that. So when people see us and they take us for all of the tattoos, and it's an expression. It's our art, your world. It's an expression. It's just something that we give you. It's a piece and a variety. It's like we change our hair and we wear our weaves, and well, they wear their weaves, and all of that. It's just another piece of us. It doesn't mean it's all encompassing. I didn't like the pants hanging off the bookies. I don't want to see. First of all, it seems like all the guys are smaller than the other generations. Did y'all see Busta Rhymes sitting in the audience? Not Busta Rhymes before he got big, but Busta Rhymes coming in was not skinny. Special Ed was probably the skinniest rapper that I think we had at some point. Dougie Fresh, he was tall and lean, but he still wasn't skinny. So, the legs look like it's like a size 7 kids. And the booty is out, and I do get it. We had color hair. We had punk rock when I was coming up. And I had on skirts, and I had sneakers with starchy socks with it, and they didn't get it. I was getting my hair cut before it was acceptable to get your hair cut. And I had colors in my hair way prior to having colors. And I remember Khalees somewhere coming around and making it acceptable in our community. But way before that, I remember the punk rockers having, and I loved it. I remember when the Village was the place to be, and I was, having someone ride me down, or I was with people that I was not supposed to be someplace, and seeing all of this. And I remember Madonna was my thing. I remember Janet Jackson. It does shape us. So, I do get the baggy pants. It's a culture, and I get what you're saying. You got so much money in your pockets that your pants is, it's sagging. I get it. I get that, you giving the world to your bunkie to kiss. I get all of it. All I'm saying is that I don't want to see your drawers and your booty crack. I don't want to see that. You want to see ours. We don't want to see yours. But I get it. And I like that David Banner was fly. It's nothing wrong with embracing your hip-hop, but you can still look like Urkel. It's okay. Yo, they had this Caucasian dude in the cypher who looked like Wally from Leave It to Beaver, and he was rapping. I got the whole concept of his PR or his stylist. I got where they was going with it. It was wonderful. And that's what I mean about hip-hop. We love everybody, and we're all embracing. And I adored it. The show was great. They had Stevie J on here with his wife sitting in the audience, and then he has his child's mother on the stage with Snoop Dogg. When I say I don't think it's cute, but I had to turn to my daughter and say, Stevie J is a pimp. I call it paying your dues. Where I'm from, I know real men that kept all their children together, and the women all was together. That's what I'm from. It turned around at some point, somewhere from like the late 90s all the way to this part. It became the baby mama and all of that craziness, and females was, busting windows and fighting each other. But the generation that I'm from, my grandfather and things of the sort, the men like that kept all their children together, and the women were cordial. And that's a man. So I was very happy to see that. And for all the hip hop lingo people, yeah, Stevie J's a pimp. That was a pimp move. In the sense of, I'm gonna make sure everybody eats because I'm paying my dues, and I got, he has to own up to his, and he's doing it, and that's all you can ask for. Brandy comes out, and she does her hit, I Want to Be Down. She has Queen Latifah from the old. Now this is old. This is why hip hop is so great, because when you dig in the crates and you looking on that stage, and what's up there is Brandy, Queen Latifah, MC Light, and Yo-Yo. However, all of the women look great. A couple of them are a little older than me. I'm 42. Somebody up there is pushing 40, is 45. Somebody else is pushing, like they're a little older. MC Light came out in gear that she used to wear, and she looked fly in it. It was nothing wrong with girls wearing the big sweatpants at the time, and we were getting like Fila sneakers when Fila was first coming out, and she had on like a net see-through shirt. It was reminiscent of how she used to. It was so bananas, people. If you don't follow hip-hop, Google BET Awards 2014, because they did the darn thing. So now all these people are up there, Queen Latifah and MC Light. And this is what I said to my daughter. Queen Latifah and MC Light could battle rap a dude, because they were that strong at their time. They had to be very strong and dominant at the time, because nobody was giving it to you. You had to bust through the door, and they definitely did it. And then you had Yo-Yo. She kept it femme, but very hard. It was just great to see that, and they all looked good. Queen Latifah is a millionaire. MC Light is on that stage. Brandy was a billionaire, and Yo-Yo has maintained, however, whatever she was doing. It shows you the power of wearing different hats, of what hip-hop can do, and how it is all-encompassing. We are all-encompassing, and be proud of it. I know when people do, I remember always having backlash about, the styles and the tats, and it's just another way of expressing who we are, and letting you have a little bit of our world, and don't be scared of it, because under the button down and the tie, you don't know that, Bob there actually probably has his whole back tatted up. And he plays b-ball on the park every weekend. And he listens to hip-hop. Just when he comes to the office, he changes his tone. Don't be scared of us. Don't be surprised. So, who else is there? They had, the ciphers were bananas. You can probably Google the ciphers. Remy Ma and Papoose. I don't know what to do with that girl. She is a beast. She's hungry. She's coming. She's on her way. That first cipher was crazy. The youngins, they did that. The white boy that they had with the Wally, leave it to bananas. But yeah, Papoose and Remy Ma rapping together was too cute. And then they got their personal handshake from 2 came 4. Oh, it was crazy. They had Little Mama up there. I'm glad to see she's still, that's just to show you how you can always make yourself over, always start over, never be scared. And she's still persevering and still pushing through, after her own situations. And it's always possible. And hip-hop is forgiving. It truly is. First of all, our culture. And I say that because, I can speak from one place. African Americans tend to be very forgiving and welcoming when it comes to a lot of things. And that's just some of the things that I've seen from my side of the fence. I can't say tracks. From my side of the fence. That's some of the things that I've seen. Who else we got? Oh, Harlem. Oh, my goodness. Murder Mook and Bobby Shmurda. I can't get up and dance, y'all. But, for those who know, my days are coming back of dancing. I'm gonna get it right. It ain't gonna be too long of me not being able to. I guess I'm gonna have to dance in heels. For those who don't know, I had a little accident some time back, and it was kind of bad. And recovery is long and sometimes hard, and all these little glitches that are in the middle of it. And I lose out on my feminine side, my heels, my dancing. I love dancing, your self-expression and running around and all of that. So I'm getting back into the walking stages, and I'm trying to get into my heels and walking. It's a whole lot of pressure, and it's killing me, people. It's killing me. But please believe I'm coming. I'm coming. And oh, what's coming? J-Lo and Diddy. Please, people, tell me the 90s are on their way back. The only thing I can do is actually walk in heels without a limp, which is crazy because it just means that I was destined to be in heels, if you ask me. I can only walk in heels or a wedge. If the 90s come back, then that will just be my shoe of preference for the next decade, because I can't sit still. If the 90s start to emerge again, to see Murder Mook, you got Bobby Shmurda. He had everybody in BET Awards, young, old, everything, was dancing to this Bobby Shmurda song. I couldn't believe it. Like, this little boy came out and just killed it. Murder Mook, I have been telling, I always watch The Lion's Den. I am a hip-hop girl. The Lion's Den was a place where people go to battle rap and things like that. And Murder Mook, I've been watching this boy from way back. I kept saying, watch this boy. Like, this dude is, and I'm partial, but I couldn't believe it. And then he got up there and he did what he was supposed to do. I was so happy and so proud of him. I didn't know what to feel. Like, all we need is Diddy and J-Lo. No kids. We don't need no kids from it. Both of y'all got the Brady Bunch between the two of y'all. We don't need that. We just need to feel that 90s again. It would be so complete. You got French Montana out. Somebody will get Dipset straight. Like, it'll just be so bananas. Mace will throw a verse on somebody rap because he threw something on New York Minute. He comes in and out when he feel like it. Because that's what you do in Harlem. You do it when you feel like it. You show them how you do it. And yes, I have my pride. I should have my Yankee and Y on my forehead. It is just who we are. Very resilient. Bounce back when we want to. They always say, who could take 10 years off and then come back. It's the truth. And that is what hip-hop encompasses. It's never too late. You keep believing, keep persevering on. You could do and be whatever you want to be, because there are brands of people that that has more millionaires in it than anything else. They had a hip-hop Forbes, and the top grossing person was Beats by Dre at $600 and some million. People, I'm here to tell you. And he's a founding father sort of also for the West Coast. It just is what it is. So that was my BET Awards. I went absolutely crazy. And then we got to get back to the regular stuff. So I'm thinking about causes, and I'm going to tell you, people, I did cover Mike Brown. I did like a flyer snippet. If you ever look down on Treats TV somewhere, it's going to be someone holding up names. So I did my tribute to the Mike Brown thing. And I've started thinking about causes. And I remember saying I was very hurt. Excuse me. So I'm still going through my recovery when all this happened, because it was just recent. And I'm saying to my moms, like, I thought so many people were going to come out. I was like, I know so many people. Every time I look around, it's talking about what they had, what they did, how much they dropped. Everybody posts their trips 50 million times. People are posting, all of their Christmases and all this other craziness. And the only person I saw show up and show out for the cause was Talib Kweli. In Ferguson. And I couldn't believe that, all the people that got money, nobody flew to Missouri. It was hard to watch. I didn't see any basketball players, football players, people of prominent or anything. You have nothing to say. You don't experience people following you around in the store. You don't experience, you know, them telling you this group can't come into this restaurant. You don't experience any of this. You don't comprehend that this boy could have been your nephew or your cousin, and whatever has happened, you don't feel anything, but then you will talk about how much you did for the foundation and this and that. At any point, this could be you. Oh, for the BET Awards, I'm sorry, I have lost my mind. Common. This was the biggest part of the BET Awards. And this is where I respect certain men and certain women who are about it, who do it and not just talk smack. Common is a conscious rapper, and he did the dang thing. And then he got a young buck that he is proud of and watching on the stage with him, you know, do a conscious rap. And the only thing I was missing was like, wow, this used to be Kanye. Like, where's Kanye at? Here and in here. Because that would have been him on the stage with Common at one point for the cause or whatever, you know, his conscious rap. And in Common, I'm watching the audience, and they're showing these young, silly, foolish females and males, and they standing there looking stupid. Somebody had just rapped before Common, and I could only pick up a few things of it because it's not that he's moving too fast. Something in his throat, his tone, the way he's doing it, I don't know what he's saying. It's real nasal. So I couldn't, you know, pick up on some things, or when I hear it again, I'm like, wow, he just said that. Common, I could understand everything. It was very clear. And the people were standing up there like they don't want to hear Common or what he has to say, another versatile one from the hip-hop world who has come out and transcended into acting and so many other things. Yeah, we do this. And then he brings out Mike Brown's mother and father. I was messed up. My daughter started crying. When I say this show was for everybody, my daughter started crying because she couldn't handle it. You know, my daughter always says to me, Mommy, are we going to volunteer this Thanksgiving? Because she is very conscious. My children are educated. They do choose to do some other things. So did I. But they are educated if they are nothing else. You make your own decisions. I give you the information. You decide what to do with it. But they are informed and very educated. She broke down. Then she got herself back together because she was looking at a timeline and something distracted her. But I was proud. I had a lot of backlash coming up when I had my own mind and doing things my own way, and especially being a kid from hip hop. You're not understood by a lot of people looking at you. Our way of life, your slang, they don't comprehend it, and especially being this age, they really don't understand when you are keeping up with your kids, because we do this. That's my word. I made that word. Yeah, we do that. Common brought out Mike Brown's parents, and I was floored. And here's where I was floored at. First of all, they didn't get it till everybody put their hands up in the moment of silence. But did you see his father? People, please Google BET Awards 2014. I looked at that stage and I said that it could have just as easily been that man, his father, as it was Mike Brown. Because his gear that he has on, because they don't understand that this is a way of life. I want to wear a baseball cap, a hoodie, and some jeans. And why do I have to look any different? Why do I have to wear a button down for you not to shoot me for no reason or to treat me any other way? I'm a human. I'm a person, and that is all. I'm a human. I kept saying that could easily have been that man right there on the stage, as it was his son. The BET Awards got me today. They got me together today. So yeah, anyway, I'm back to my causes, right? So I'm saying I didn't see any rappers. I didn't see no ballers. Didn't hear, all the people that take plane trips and vacations and all of this yada, yada, yada. You light, but your skin is dark because you stayed in the sun from tanning all year and all of that. Nobody. And I said to my mother, where is Tavis Smiley and Cornel West? I was hurt when I didn't see. I was happy to see Eric Holder there. I was very proud for certain things, but I was so hurt because that was definitely the turnaround in March and all of that. All of the old heads should have been there at one point to me. Everybody went in streams. I felt it should have been faster and more. And then I see Mr. Cornel West. And for those who don't know, please Google this man getting arrested. And he was arrested for a cause. And if you don't know what that means, I've done many marches. when you march, they count numbers, but they also count the arrests. You have most of the time when you protest, you have to get arrested. You're going to get arrested, and you can opt out. They give you the option, because I've marched with Al Sharpton also. They give you the option. They let you know, if you are here, you want to be arrested, come to this side and stay, and and they'll come out, they'll arrest you very peacefully, no issues, whatever. They put the ties on you, you go, and it's counted. It has to be counted because you're standing for this cause. And then they also have the regular, how many appeared, like for the rally, how many people were there. They have that count also. So Cornel West got arrested, and that was the best headline that I could have seen, because he stood for something, and he was our elder, and that's my generation of what we saw. Stand for something or fall for everything. And there were people who were getting wiped out for us to be able to have hip hop and wear tats all over the place and still get employed at a Fortune 5, 400, 500, whatever company, and excel and be a brand and be $600 million more richer, Beats by Dre. So he didn't let me down. Talib Kweli got on CNN and did address. Listen, he handled it a certain way, and I got it. He was feeling very passionate, and he was hurt because a lot of things were being manipulated and so forth and so forth. But I was very happy to see those two gentlemen have a conversation. But Talib Kweli was there for the cause. So however he handled that situation was all right with me. But he know how to handle himself. He got media training. He know how to bring it back. He wasn't playing no games though. And that's all I wanted to see. Where are you at in the cause? It's all right. We getting $1, but they'll stop you and seize you, and throw something on you. And then you sitting there like, yo, that wasn't me. And then, I'm saying, it just keep happening or whatever. If you had stood for something earlier, it wouldn't be happening at that time. And in the cause. So my causes normally are humanitarian. And then the volunteering, things like that. Humanitarian in the sense that you help build or you educate girls, or those are humanitarian type of things. There's always donation and things like that. But at some point, the cause came my cause is personally is domestic violence. That's my thing. I have a major issue with it. Not to be a survivor of, not for me, but for any woman. I can always have empathy and put myself in her shoes to say I could not imagine what any of this could feel like. So it was close in a way, but it didn't personally pertain to me. And just starting your life over, or the fleeing, or your children, and that's my cause. And I do humanitarian. That's just what I feel. But there was a closer cause to me than I had experienced before, besides, let's say, the African American plight of diabetes and high blood pressure. It was breast cancer. Or I'll say cancer, but breast cancer. And I had a dear lady to me who helped me through, just because that's what I'm from, and that's where we're from. And people grow up and they grow apart. But I would like to say that the woman who is affected by the cause and the women that support her helped me be a lot of who I am. And if you ever watch any of the shows, I'm always a girl advocate. The pink started meaning different things to me, and it wasn't breast cancer, it was being pink. It was being a girl, and it was being soft and beautiful, and then the tie came around, and the pink meant something different. So we have a survivor. She's a beautiful lady, and it started me thinking about foundations, and how much are you really doing? My daughter wants to volunteer every Thanksgiving, and I try to, she has, and I keep telling them I accommodate her, but we want to see our family, so sometimes that doesn't work out. It doesn't work out, actually, And we're going to have to learn to kind of just get past that. But if you're young or old, my hip-hop community, you know, whether it's school books and children not getting fed and, you know, the school lunches, I love all of that. But please have some type of cause or foundation. And to the ladies who came and intertwined my world, my family first. Everyone knows that those ladies to me is nothing greater. And they were some of the baddest ones I ever seen. But these ladies taught me about outside. They taught me how to move, how to be smart, because there's a difference between intelligent, how to be smart, and how to enjoy life. That's what I learned from these ladies with this cause. So, to you, Claudia, Charmaine, myself, Shauna upstairs on the 5th floor, Denise in 609, or the building across the street, Kat was one of the baddest girls, and last but not least, to Lady Laura Leach. Kudos to you, ladies. Thank you for showing me how to mix my worlds, how to have a cause and stand for it, and how to persevere. People, that is my blog with the BET and stand for something, a fall for everything cause. And I will see you next week. Grab your media, like, share, subscribe, or whatever it is that you do. And I will see you next week here on Treats TV with Chan. See you next week.